What up, y'all? My bad. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna get into it. This is hard because I gotta jump in this wind tunnel. Oh, shit. God damn it.
Oh, shit!
I don't know where the fuck I'm going. It's not even letting me turn the camera. It's not even letting me turn the camera on. So I can't see where I'm going. Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. What's over here? I want to see first. How the hell? How did I? Okay. Stay right here until you recharge, because you about to die. I'm about to die. Here we go.
I think I'm getting the hang of this!
Shit. Oh shit. Look, bitch. I know you fucking lying. How the hell? How the hell? Hold on. How did... Oh, I know what I'm doing now. I gotta look up. There we go. There we go. Oh no, where? Hey, Nikki. I keep dying, and I don't know how to grab on the wall. How are you doing, Nikki? Alright, move on. So I got the hang of getting in the little thing. Oh shit. There we go. Up. Over. Up. 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 Nope. Up. Up. It's aggravating. Go. Cause I know you fucking lying.
Yeah, I could totally get used to this.
No, you can't. Yo, how is that supposed to?
All right, back down to earth.
No, no. Ay, they should be Aggie. You still in here, Nikki? Hold on, let me. Hey, Nikki.
Hey,
How
how
are
are
you?
you doing?
Doing? I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah, it told me if I I mean I could play the game. It's just it's gonna it's just I don't know, my brain. I'm trying to do something
Mm-hmm.
for my brain. How are you doing?
I'm good. There's an
There's an
echo
echo
for
for
me.
me.
Wait a minute.
Is there? Oh,
Is that
is that
better?
better?
No,
Yes.
it's still the
Can you
echo.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kitty cat. Hey babies. She's all let me turn the thing on so you can see the comments. Hey kitty cat. How are
There
you?
it
There
is.
it is.
Wait.
Wait.
No, I
No, I
still
can
hear
hear
it.
it. You still hear the echo?
Yeah, for me, I hear myself echoing.
Oh, you
Does my
can hear
voice sound
yourself.
like this? Oh my god.
Okay.
Hi. It's
Hi.
gone now.
Do you still hear the echo?
No, it's gone.
Okay. Okay. I had to
How
mute
are
the.
you, my darling?
I am good.
Good. I missed your face.
I missed you guys too. I have. I missed all of y'all.
I be seeing everybody on
Hello.
TikTok like wayward children.
Say that again.
I said I see everybody on TikTok and all these different streams like wayward children.
Well, I told them I would be over here.
I know.
So,
Oh, okay.
kitty cat, how you doing, babies? Yeah. Yeah, I told everybody. When I say I'm not streaming on something again, I went back on my word last time and stayed an extra couple more months on TikTok. But no, I'm good. I'm good. I know there's some people that might miss the ticket spot, but I don't know what to tell them. I don't know. Hold on. You telling me I gotta jump? What in the world was that? Did you see that? I've been having withdrawals. My bad, Booski. I mean, I love y'all. I do. I love you. Let me get up there. Thank you. Yeah, I love y'all and I miss y'all. And I want to do panels and things, but I know this. What in the world? I know that I know TikTok is easy for a lot of people, but I'm not trying to get what's the word? I'm not trying to get banned every week and have to deal with that. I'm so not trying to do that no more. So shouldn't have to. These kids need more than a band-aid fix. Something's gotta change. Jolene said she might know a way. Someone outside the system. Those poor kids. They should have paid more than all of them. How's work today, ladies? Show this comment. Because I'll be missing y'all too. I'll be missing y'all too. Oh goodness, I know what I have to do, and I don't like that it don't let me. There we go. I don't know why it's singing like random songs, but hey, this is dumb. There we go. Ugh, this is so dumb. Really? How is that? That's crazy. Nikki, is there still an echo?
I went to get some coffee. I can hear you, but the microwave has interference, so I went on mute, but I can still hear you.
Got it. Oop,
You
I'll fall off the side of this thing.
know what's weird?
What?
So there was a group of people I hung out with on TikTok, right? And we
Uh,
had differences, but we all grown and we don't have to believe the same thing, right? So
uh,
everything was going well. Da, 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 da. Something happened that I thought was disrespectful, so I stopped going around.
right.
So eventually, I don't know what happened, but eventually we ended up on this Zoom call about it.
On a Zoom call.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because I was just like, I'm not coming. I'm not coming back there.
What?
What
Okay.
happened was this woman, me and this woman, we were cordial with each other, but we had like completely different. We just thought different, right?
Uh,
I didn't know she was waiting to drop the hammer on me.
waiting to drop the hammer. Waiting to drop the hammer.
Yeah, like she was waiting for the perfect time to like disrespect me in front of the group. And I also didn't know Zoom calls were a thing. Like I'm new to TikTok, so I'm not aware of quote unquote back end conversations.
Uh,
Me too, divine withdrawals. So they brought me into this Zoom call, and I was like, "What the hell?" But I thought it was to talk about what happened. My husband was listening, and it just was a clusterfuck. Gaslighting, refusing to accept accountability, just bullshit. And I knew that I the reason why I came on good faith was not the reason why everybody else came. So at the center of this
mm,
was a woman that I felt not close to, but I felt like we were on the same wavelength, right? She would always talk about healing and shadow work and blah 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 and talk to her therapist. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, and we were the same age. I think she's like a year older than me. So I was like, oh, that's great. Like finally, there's a woman my age that I could talk to. Taking it slow because I do have a tendency to form attachments quickly. And I found out that she's not really like some people are very good at changing up who they are depending on who they're around. And I'm naive about this kind of stuff. I'm who I am here, there, everywhere. Um, so I was like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. And my husband was like, nope, get out of there. So I was like, it's all right, guys, with the intention to never talk to any of them again. But my grandmother used to say, you got to ease your hand out the lion's mouth. So I was like, it's all right. Maybe it's me. I need some time. Maybe I'm too sensitive, just to make them feel better. I was like, I have no intention of talking to any of you again. Right. So I stopped going over there. And this was like right after the elections. So I hadn't been over there for like a month. This we were supposed to do like the book club together, and she would send me like invites, like please come, and I was like, no, no, I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't come. And so finally, right before I was about to start the book club that I'm doing now, she left, and I hadn't talked to her since November, and I think I started the book club right after Christmas. So I was like, it is what it is. They were coming, the things people do, they were coming in and out and looking at my page and da 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 da. It was just weird. And because I am who I am, if I feel like I'm being phony with you, I'm going to remove myself. I'm just going to block you, because we're at an impasse and we're not going to get back. So it's so funny. Anyway, I saw her in Zen's live. The same thing that happened to me happened to Zen on that panel. They kind of disrespected her and all that stuff. And Zen was going off about it. She was very upset. And I had never heard Zen angry like that. She was like, I like the host, but the people on her panel, I said, you're not the only one. And since I've done it, they have a little bit of a reputation. And now it's worse. And they were all in the chat trying to bully her. And she was one of them. And I didn't say anything to her because I'm not like that. Once I cut ties, that's it for me. And I didn't say anything to her. She was like, I don't get upset with people. Zen said, I don't get upset with people if I know something's not going to work out, I'm going to remove myself, and I'm going to remove myself by cutting contact. And that's part of that is blocking. And I wrote in the chat, I said, me too. My block game is strong in 2025, right? Here she is. This woman was talking about she loved me and she my sister just 6 months ago. And she writes, you need to block that food from your mouth. And I was like, oh. And the Aries in me was like, curse her the fuck out. And I was like, no. I blocked her. I'm gonna act like I don't even see her. So she was doing whatever she tried to do to me. I wasn't responding. So then she tried to do it to Zen, like calling Zen a liar and all this stuff. And Zen said, "You, if you're not gonna come up here and talk about it, then you can leave my, room." And she was like, "You lying? You just mad because nobody agreed with you." And she said, "I don't mind if I disagree, but y'all dropped me before I even really started talking." And then the guy in the bottom panel said, "I don't care what that bitch had to say to me unless she going to cook in the kitchen." And they all laughed, and I was like, "Hmm." And so she said, "So what I'm gonna do is," she said, and what did she say? Oh, she said, "Y'all, your problem is you think just because somebody is kind and sweet that they're weak." And she was like, and that's not the case. People are sweet and peaceful to maintain their peace. And so she said, and she said, "You're weak," the lady, which she calls a lot of women weak, that don't agree with her. I noticed that too. She was like, "You're just weak." She said, and Zen said, "And you're a coon. I'm blocking you," and she blocked her. And I was talking to my husband about it, and that made me feel bad a little bit, And he said, "Yeah, but you haven't talked to her. Like that shouldn't make you feel bad." I said, "Well, that's always going to be a sore spot to me because I'm overweight." He said, "Yeah, but you're doing things about it." He said, "If you want to use that for motivation, fine." He said, "But if all anybody has to say about you is that you're fat, you're doing pretty good." He said, "They're not saying you're a liar. They're not saying you're a cheater. They're not saying all this stuff. So if that's all they could say," he was like, "that means they don't have nothing on you." But
Mhm.
I thought it was funny that just 6 months ago, this woman loved me and all this stuff. People are weird. That's the end of my story.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you,
Hey,
uh,
perfect.
me and our husband, because I have to call him our husband just because
Yeah.
of tradition. But I agree. I agree with our husband. In fact, not just that I agree with that. It's the it's the simple fact that how can I put this? It doesn't matter what you're doing. Somebody gonna talk about you,
Yes.
right? You could be looking at the sky and somebody gonna find something wrong.
Right.
You doing something wrong and somebody gonna find something right. There's always gonna be someone that has something to say because they're not minding their business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
so what I find funny in the years that I have been streaming on multiple platforms is that being your authentic self is the greatest weapon that
Hmm.
anybody can have.
Hmm.
Okay? Because it's the audacity of someone to want to change who you are and
Yeah.
assign things to you because of whatever they lack. And
Yeah.
this is how I tell people like I show like who I am as a person shows a mirror to other people's faults and flaws
Yes. Yes.
because it's I can't help but be authentic. And if there's someone that comes around and they do what you just said the lady did, you're going to be more and more agitated with someone who is authentic than someone that you can recognize is building a a falsehood like you are, a facade
Right.
like you
Right.
are, right? Because it's easier to be like, oh, well, I know you fake because a fake can call out a fake, right? But it's real hard to go to somebody and be like, well, you did this. And they're like, and who's going to check me? Because I'm human. Who the fuck going to check me?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, right, the truth shouldn't hurt. If you're fat, you're fat, and you know what? I don't
Well, I
agree,
mean,
but
for me, if I don't acknowledge the pain, I will be. For me, that was a breakthrough. I'm gonna cry because I had to acknowledge it then because I have a tendency of spending weeks going, that didn't bother me. And then it comes back, that didn't bother me. So it did bother me. And I think it's okay that it bothered me. And that's on me too, because I didn't expect that from her, but that's because I believe the mask she put on, right? That was the real her. She just didn't have it at that time for me until she realized she couldn't manipulate me. Not only could she not manipulate me, but I've put that boundary in place and just refused to deal with any of them. And for some reason, that makes me the enemy. But I never went around talking bad about them or anything to anybody. I never said, don't go over there. I never said any of that. Right. And I still won't. I could do this here because they're not over here. And I could talk about it freely because there's no hallway watching or whatever. But it did hurt. That did sting. It did. So I was like, when my
let me
husband
tell you
came home, I
something.
felt safe saying it to him. So I was like, just say it. It hurt. Just acknowledge it and it will go away. And it has. But that sting still didn't. But I
So,
was like, I just said it like that hurt. And it was like, oh, really? You saying this?
well, okay. So first things first, and I know again over the years that people be like, man, I don't want to name drop because blah blah. Listen, fuck all that, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, I get where you. Okay, there comes a time where it is bust them in the chin or not, whether it's verbally, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, bust them in their chin. Like at the end of the day, Nikki, I gotta rub off on you a little bit. Cause I'm not I know I talk the way I talk, but that don't mean I don't get hurt by things
And I'm
people say.
sensitive. I'm a sensitive soul. I talk shit, but I'm
Okay.
sensitive.
And you human. And this is live, I'm live streaming. This ain't just a recording and then I'm gonna post it later. So someone is going to see it. You know what I'm saying? At
Right.
some time. So me personally, I feel like it's better to just say what you have to say because it affects you in that moment. And like you said, like this is me emoting. This is how I feel in the moment. You have every right to feel in the moment. You're a human being. This is how I felt when this happened. People are gonna judge you whether you do good or you do bad. So why don't
Right.
you just this is why when people get older, they don't give a fuck about what they talk about because they have already went through all of those years of people pleasing and trying not to step on. Fuck that. I ain't waiting until I'm 75 to say whatever. No, I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say right now, right here today. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them and everything they
You're
right.
right. Because in the moment, I wanted to say, you know better than this. You know better than this. You
Mm.
too grown to be, swarming on people's panels. You
Listen,
too grown to be doing this. You know better than this. So either this is the real you or you're
all of
doing bullshit.
be the real you because you could be you. Every human being has the capacity to be a multifaceted individual. So
Yeah, I know, but I think we'll give little pieces of ourselves away to fit in too.
true, but that doesn't mean it's not a. Okay, let me tell you something. If it would not kill me to give somebody the skin, literal skin off my back to save their life, I would do it.
Hmm.
But am I petty? Hell yeah. Am I gonna bust you in your shit? Hell yeah. You have the right to be a multifaceted person. I'm saying that this lady, whoever the fuck this lady is, those are her facets. Her I'm trying to appease and I'm trying to be petty. They're both
Right.
still her.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? She that
Right.
because there's plenty of people that come in the stream, and y'all know I will not let them. I will not let my foot off their neck. But then I'm
Yes,
so
Divine.
angry
I
at
thought
y'all,
we were
like in
cool.
the same breath. So I'm just
I
saying,
thought despite whatever happened that we wouldn't do that to each other if we saw each other. You know
who?
what I mean?
What do you mean?
I did I because I never put her down. It was just like
Okay,
so I didn't
I'm gonna tell you something. My therapist told me: stop expecting you out of other people.
I know my aunt said the same thing, manage your
Stop
expectation.
expecting you out of other people. Okay.
In that moment, I guess I should have, but I
Right.
didn't say
Right.
anything to her. So I was like,
I
what
will beat
the
your ass and pull you from the drowning water at the same time. While I'm pulling you, I'm smacking you upside your head. You gonna get this beat down in a hug. God damn it. She'll be back. She must have swiped by accident. Because if you're not on an Apple device and you get on StreamYard and you swipe any direction by accident, it's gonna take you off the stage. But hell yeah, I will beat your ass while saving you. I'll smack the shit out you and give you a hug. But you know what's so funny? Uh, you guys, is that I learned that shit from my uncle. And so a lot of people say certain shit. And I just want everybody to know that that's something that the men taught me. I'm, I'm gonna teach you this lesson, but I want you to know I still love you. You know what I'm saying? So no, absolutely fucking not. We not doing that. There she go. Hold on, let me bring her back up.
sorry about that. I had to clock out for lunch and they kicked me out.
No, you good. I I was just telling him, as soon as you move to another browser, it will take you out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, just listen
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
okay.
This has sheltered me coming out into, reality. So I'll get there. Probably just in time for me to turn 80, but I'll get there.
Nah, listen, throw them bows, drop bows on them. I'm not talking about like violence. Okay, I'm
Right.
talking about being off on the defense.
Got
Sometimes
you.
the best defense offense is the best defense.
Yeah.
You
And I
get what I'm
felt like she
saying?
was baiting me. So I was like, I ain't even going to give you the satisfaction of thinking you got to me.
Um, but here's the thing: even if he said something about you in the kitchen, just be like, "Yeah, and my husband loves my dishes."
Oh, no, he said that to Zen, not me. That's why
Oh,
Zen
got it,
left.
got it, got it. Okay.
This was on Zen's live, meaning they left that live after Zen was dropped to come to Zen live. She was saying this to me in somebody else's live
Well,
while
then
she was
I got
bullying Zen for leaving and going into her own space. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. You know
Oh,
me,
okay.
I be crunching ice.
Oh, no, you're good. So, but I have found too that if people think they get away with something long enough, they just give into that more and more like
Oh yeah, like
icky
oh
part of
shit, y'all be
themselves.
okay. Couple things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a couple things. Number one, you can outlive a lie. You can outlive a lie. I want everybody to know that.
Can you say that again?
You can outlive a lie.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
No.
This is what my grandma used to tell me. Somebody can tell a lie on you, right? And you can outlive it. That means the lie will eventually come into the light that it was not true.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still going to keep on moving.
Yes.
So you outlive the lie.
Gotcha.
Okay. The next thing is stop expecting you out of other people. Okay. Kindness and pleasantries are two different things.
Yep.
Okay. Um, Always speak your mind with your intent of love. It's not your responsibility to regulate other people's triggers. Okay?
Okay.
Because there's things I say all the time and people be triggered, and I'll be like, well, y'all know how I talk. So if you felt that I said that with the intent of hurting you, then I don't give a fuck if you mad. Because
Right.
you should know who I am. You should know who I am by my character. Just because I talk a certain way, that don't mean shit. I can speak in 15 motherfucking languages. It don't mean shit. Do you know who I am in my character? Right? So that's why when people say stuff to me and they're like, "Oh, Marge, you should be mad." Fuck that. I don't give a damn. I can see that person is mad. I can see that person is emoted. I'm not gonna take it personal. The things that make me upset is when people who I believe know me and I've known them for a minute and they know how I talk, take shit personal and then assign an intent to me that instead of just asking me. That's the shit that be getting under my skin.
Right.
Okay. But regular random people, they may say something and about my kids or something and I'll spaz or. But because I'm human, I have weak points. And depending on how I am in the middle of that day, depending on where I am emotionally in that day, I might get triggered. But guess what? It's not their fault. They don't know my internal triggers.
Right. And I
Right?
think I should say another caveat to this is we
No.
did talk on the phone a lot, me and this person,
Mhm.
before all of this happened.
Hey, Marge, Marge,
Yeah.
Mike. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Anything I kind of had a run with
So yeah, this
her.
is this was Pottable's live, and then when Zen got dropped from her live, because that's where I met Zen. I met Zen from Pottable's live.
Mhm. Prodigal? Oh, Potable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, she was mean to Zen. See, and you know what? Okay, so I learned the hard way not to defend uh my mutual streamers in their
Right.
stream
Right.
because the way the way I be spazzing out about mine, it, it can fuck up your platform. Okay, because I remember I was going off on somebody on behalf of somebody else, and they got mad and told one mutual got mad and told another mutual that I fucked up her stream, and I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
So you know what? When they in their own shit, hey, you consent to how you want your shit ran.
Right.
There's certain people who I will spaz off in their stream, or I'll just drop. And that's Wriggle and Fro. Wriggle and Fro are the only ones where I was still, what I'm saying? I was in the middle of sleep one time, and this nigga was going off on Fro, and I woke up yelling because I could hear him sleep. Man, that shit was crazy. But
But there are people that I protect in my stream. Don't be talking out the side of your neck.
oh yeah,
Because if it's between you and her, I'ma drop her.
well, I'm going to tell you the pettiest thing, and I'll put the link up here if y'all want to get in the box. I'll put the link back in the chat. But I'm going to tell y'all the pettiest thing about Potable. I stopped following her based off her name. When I tell you, I have not seen, like, I heard her talking in somebody's stream one day, and it was like anything's Potable. I'm like, nah, block. And the reason why I blocked her off of her name is because automatically her name gave off that she would do anything for content.
Right.
So if anything is Potable, then I can't trust nothing you say.
Right.
Not a damn thing.
And she would one thing I loved that was she was so funny was that she would troll. So you think she believed one thing and she didn't. And she get everybody all riled up.
That time I was sleeping, I was yelling at the dude that was yelling at Fro. That was your live. Girl, I don't even, I've done it so many times. I don't know. There's been so many times I've done that. But, cause I don't like it. And they be like, and they know. Cause I'll sit in the comments and they be like, I'm not getting nothing. I'm gonna stay right here. And then all of a sudden somebody say something slick. And I didn't request it in a box and I'm OC. so, so no, no. But yeah, like I said, you're not responsible for other people's triggers. And I think, and I'm just gonna put this out there, and I'm sorry for y'all that are going to be watching this later on, but fuck your triggers, just like fuck my triggers. When it comes to trying to assign somebody intent, fuck the triggers, because the dude that got in the box, he got in the box with me and I think it was me, Raccoon. I forget who else it was. It might have been Purple, and he wanted first. He just came in and got right in the box, and then he was like, "Oh, I wanted to read your profile, read your prompt," and I was like, "Please don't read it out loud." Now y'all know I asked everybody, don't read it out loud because you could have stayed in the comments to read it out loud to yourself. You don't need to get in the box to read it. Y'all been knowing that's a thing that I say. So he was like, "Okay, that's odd, but okay." I'm like, "Okay, well, go on mute." And then it literally took him 3 minutes to read 7 words, and I'm like, "Damn,
Wow.
what's taking you so damn long to read the prompt?" Well, I'm sorry, I got a medical condition. I'm like,
Mhm.
bitch, I don't give a fuck about your medical condition. You act like I knew that you had a medical condition before you even came to my room.
Can y'all
You
hear me?
know, it's
Yep.
yes,
I,
we can hear
am
you.
I up there?
You going in and out. Hold on, let me take this
Am I up
count.
there? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You just sound faint.
What the heck?
I
Hmm.
heard. What the heck?
Hmm.
Yes. So you get what I'm saying? Like it just or people or I'm like, you know what? I just don't like the way you coming at me. You saying that because I am a part of the legitimate choir. How am I supposed to know you was a part of the legitimate choir? I don't know who you are. And what am I supposed to know what happened in your bedroom for? What does your bedroom have to do with your behavior and your character in this moment? Stop stop linking your behavior to your sexuality and your sexual orientation. Stop doing that.
Right. It's like people go around treating people like shit because they're Scorpios.
Excuse me? Like
That's the thing.
I'm kidding.
you know what's so funny? My my son's friend. I was like, what is your sign? He was like, I was born on November 9th. I was like, no wonder you Aggie. I just told him this yesterday. He was like, Dallas his mom. How am I Aggie? I was like, boy, my birthday a day before yours, and I'm Aggie. I know I'm Aggie.
The Aries, I can be very aggy, so
And my son is an Aries. Okay. My son's Aries, and one of his best friends is a Scorpio. Aggie, they I don't understand why me and Dallas ain't bestest friends if him and his friend is the same. Anyway, Rio, does your sound better? Perfect. Where you at?
Because your mic sounds crazy to me. Like it sounds real choppy.
It does. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like how mine's is not.
Is that better?
Yes. Is mine still trash?
oh, I'm in here twice.
I was just about to
No.
say. No,
Shit.
where did she go? Okay, there she
She
go.
said, "Oh, I'm in here twice," and I'll go to drop one.
The technology on all platforms have been glitchy. It's the solar flares.
Don't start none. Won't be none. Nikki.
Is that Kit Kat down there?
Yes, I don't know why I said I looked at Nikki's picture, but I meant to say Kit Kat.
Hey, Kitty Cat. Hey,
Hey,
Imperfect.
Kit Kat.
But where Nikki go again?
Huh?
Nikki gone again.
Yeah, she'll come back. She must have swiped out to get rid of one of them, and then it dropped both of them. That's the only downfall I see of this. But Liv baby looked like Liv wanted that baby.
That's her baby, ain't it?
That is her
That
baby.
man didn't give not damn participation.
And she claimed the whole time her son looked like that man. Nah.
Tried it. That was her twin. It said copy and paste.
That's like me and Daniel and you and Fari, because Fari looked like you.
Man, copy and paste. Only thing that adds apps. That's it. Everything's all me.
Yep.
This is so annoying. I'm setting this up on my iPad.
Yeah, that's where I'm on. I'm on my iPad. You see my name, Marge.
Yeah, who the fuck is
Who the
they?
fuck is they?
My classic troll name. They, they always say they.
Also the good thing about this is when I come in on my phone and I join through my phone, like it's not gonna cut me off if it don't hear me over here. So when I go pick up Daniel got summer school. It'll be it'll be what it is. Let me get out of this window. There we go. Went back to the
His last
desktop.
day is the 18th, and then he's going to help with summer school on the 2nd. So, no, the 9th. No,
Oh,
the 7th.
About.
the 7th is Saturday.
No, July 7th.
Oh, July 7th.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's my birthday.
Okay, perfect.
That's my
I love
birthday. My
I
birthday.
love it.
Wait, when is your
Hmm?
y'all 6 months birthday? Because that's my 6 months birthday.
My 6-month birthday
Hey, right?
was last month.
Yeah, May.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
6 month birthday is October 8th.
Period. Y'all better celebrate twice. I
Hey.
had to because my birthday is in the dead of winter. I
Mm-mm. You have to have a summer birthday.
it.
You know what?
My mother used to do the 6 month celebration, so let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Mila's 6 month birthday is on the 17th of this month.
Period. Let's go. Oh boy, Mila probably not the child you want to get started on that.
No, because she already Aggie.
Yeah, because if you stop, she can be like, I don't.
I figured out how to get Mila out of daycare faster because she want to say bye to everybody in the building.
I was just about to say she a celebrity.
Yeah, she is. And the way to get her out of the building fast is to annoyingly sing like what I do on here with Nikki's husband, but at the daycare,
I'm done.
which
I
is
don't
hilarious.
think to annoy her husband.
Oh,
What song
No, they
yesterday
do it to annoy me.
they do to you? Is it a certain song or is it just any song?
I'm
girl,
highly pissed.
yesterday
I'll
I
be
was
coming on here talking to her about, thinking I got female solidarity. About 99.9% of the time, she agreeing with him.
Mm, oh,
Just, ugh.
you thought you
no,
had.
yesterday when I picked up Mila from daycare, I was like, "Come on." She was like, "No," and I was like, "Da, da, 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 brr, 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 brr." She was like, "Okay, let's go, let's
Now she embarrassed.
go."
You trying
And
to
the day
reputation?
before that, I was doing the King Julian.
Mm,
Yep, I was like, the girls shake their body. I like the girls to shake their body. I like to move it, move it. She's like,
oh my.
no. She was not having it at all. So gets her out the door faster. She fucked around and forgot her jacket yesterday because she was just like, nah, we need to go. But yeah, look, y'all, I'm not ready. I'm not at all.
Oh,
Yeah, my
So also
sister,
go to first grade or wherever grade she going. Is that you talking about?
Yeah, Mila's going to first grade. Oh, hey, perfect. Your daughter and my niece are almost a week apart. My niece is July 24th, and she'll also be 18. This is the same niece that came in when I was streaming, and she said, "Hey, auntie," and I thought she was, and I blocked her.
You
And
trying to
I
rush?
had to unblock
He was like, don't do that. Don't do it.
her.
Shame your childhood is so fleeting. The first
But
like
she was like, "Auntie, you couldn't go to my
10 years of your life. It's a
graduation."
shame.
I was like, "No." She was like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna ask you for one thing and just call it a birthday present and go towards my school supplies." I'm like, "What you want? Can you buy me a laptop?" Because I got into the Institute of Graphic Design. I was like, "Bet."
Get
That's all
that.
you want? That's it?
That's
Bet.
yeah, that's sweet.
That's
Yeah.
easy. Getting a
Oh,
computer, birthday slash graduation gift. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I
And it needs to
swear
be,
I've never felt older than I do right now. I can't even like I'm always bopping out of this thing for some reason.
wait. So
oh,
I'm asking
July 9th.
a question.
Hey,
Easy question.
go
What
ahead.
what age would y'all go back to if y'all could do a restart? Cheesy question, but real question. It's considering all
14,
happening
high
now.
school.
You know what? 14. What
If
grade
I
is
could
that?
keep my same kids, if I could keep my same kids, I'll go back to being 15.
You know what's
I'll
funny?
go back to sophomore year of high school.
I always say that. I'm like, the only way I will go back and change something is if I can guarantee no matter what I change that I still have Safari.
Yeah.
Before I had Safari, it was definitely same age, 14, 15, because yeah. I,
Yeah. I wish I
See,
either went in the military or became a lawyer.
I definitely
I
wish
would
I
probably become a lawyer too.
me.
Hmm.
Oh, we would have been, we would have been meeting each other probably in some damn court cases too. Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to be a lawyer in the Arkansas.
Especially because of where we're from, it's easy to get like multi-state licenses. And
Mm-hmm.
since we're all from like
Yeah.
the
And
Great Lakes area.
what's crazy is far fast, it would have the it probably would have came out the same way. We would have been had opposite clients, and we'd have had our little cases together, and I'd be like, "Ooh, we're gonna be friends."
And perfect. It's so funny. Your daughter and my niece, uh, yeah, they got similar names, Gianna and Mariana. So they're like a week apart.
Right, 16, yeah, high school definitely.
Yeah, because that year I did turn sophomore year I did turn 16. So yeah, I would go back to that year. I probably would have married Tyler had I stayed, and then all three of my kids would have been his.
They'd have been lemon
But
drop.
no, Tyler's the white boy.
I just said they would be your kids would be lemon drop with ginger hair.
That's adorable.
Yeah, you would have had a whole.
Probably that was his yeah, that was a lemon drop. But his hair ain't ginger. I don't know. I
No, they
don't
would
know how
have
that
had the same
that
because they all got your face, but they just would have been lemony because
All
it just
right.
yeah.
I'm going to my iPad. I'll be right back.
Okay.
they just would have been lemony,
I gotta put it.
lemony.
Yo, you know
All
what? You know what's so crazy is that they would have been older too. And him and I would have been in like St. Bart's or something right now.
it's crazy, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think about
because
some. There's somebody that I definitely know my.
Daniel told me yesterday, he was like, "Oh, mom, this is crazy because now you don't have a junior high student anymore. It's going to take Mila at least, well, she'll be first grade, so 4 more years, and then she'll go to Clark." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, and I'm going to be up there so she can go to class." And I'm like, "You're going to be a grown ass man."
They're gonna be like, sir,
He was
sir.
like, "So I can't take my sister to register for school."
They're gonna be
Okay,
like,
Daniel. And then he told me, Mom, I heard you talking about getting some land and putting some mobile home. Don't get like a 2 bedroom. Get like a bigger one. That way if I have a family, then I don't gotta leave. Because if
Period.
you get a 2 bedroom, I'm gonna have to leave.
No, period.
And I was just like, oh, can we work like you talk about like some years from now? Can we?
No, but I feel him on that because it's like
I feel them.
it's no even it's really no point. There is no point in putting yourself in a position where you if you set them up like that, why do they need to go get a mortgage for what? And they get to live out their life fully the way that they want to and enjoy life and travel and stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be a
My,
beautiful.
my, I don't think I can fit more than two double wides in the backyard though.
So what I will say is what Smokey Moms told him, and I quote, "Make it enough."
I would have to buy way more land.
No, you could
Yay.
because what you would have to do is just what you could do is get a like if you get a single wide, you get two single wides. You just get the ones that are. If you get anything that's longer, at least what is mine? Mine is 65 feet. If you get at least 65 feet, you could actually make it a 3 bedroom. Mine's is a 2 bedroom, but it easily could add another bedroom in here because my kitchen is ridiculously big for no reason. It's just
Well, they got single wides that are 3 bedrooms.
yeah. I'm just saying if you couldn't find one, or if the once they make them three, it gets too long.
Mhm.
You could just take one and make it. Because what they do in the 2 bedrooms that are this length is they just make that kitchen disrespectful when they could have just made it another bedroom.
Yeah. But I was also looking around because as long as I've lived here, they've been trying to sell this 1 to 10 acre lot that's like dangerously close to the light rail. Not light rail, but the railroad or the crossing. Because remember, I was telling you, I live in a very, very final destinations area.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess that's why a lot of people haven't bought it yet. But I was looking at it, and they selling that 10 acres for like, oh my God, I think it was like 27,000. They were
Listen,
selling that
most
10
cities
acres for.
are selling acres for a very good price, and I just don't get it. Like I was looking, because my cousin lives in Alabama, and so I was looking out there, because I was like, girl, I give me some land down there. Um, 10 acres, 12,000. 10 or so acres. Now, granted, it's rural, and I do need to know where the sundowns at, but it was definitely.
Sundowns is crazy.
Oh yeah, I ain't stupid. I'm like Alabama is sundowny, very sundowny. But 12,000, I thought that was decent. And but the only thing was it was long. It was like a rectangle instead of a square. I would prefer a square because you could put your house inside and have a perimeter. But still, the fact that they had it, and then they have 4 acres. It was like what was it like 6,000 for 4 acres? That one was square.
I had a dream that I know it's gonna be crazy, but I had a dream that I took over an existing mobile home park
I mean, let me tell you
and
something.
then made everybody be an owner to live there.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. You probably could do that because a lot of them are going under,
Yep.
and they do need motivated buyers. So you might even just have somebody be like, "Listen, at this point, I'm pretty much losing it. I can quick deed all of this to you, and you got it."
Yeah. And and I make it to where I had like this whole girl, when I tell you I had this whole thing planned out. Also, I gotta pay to upgrade my chat GPT.
I know it's so good when you pay for it. It's so good.
I need to because I got a little surprise coming. And I told Nikki already, I'm gonna tell you, I'm dedicating it to you.
Oh,
The first one.
the first hoop chat.
Me?
No, remember I
Oh,
told you, Nikki, that the the dream, because I told Regal and Fro my dream
Oh
2 years
yeah,
ago.
the
Yeah.
dream.
Oh.
I'm gonna make it into a
Yeah.
graphic novel or a graphic comic book.
Yes. You talking
Trying to
about?
figure out how to do it on Chat GPT. Every time I run it, it's basically the thing that I want to do with it is telling me I need to upgrade.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the one with the lady and all the different scenarios? And
Yeah.
yes, that's gonna be so good.
Yeah. So when it prints, it's gonna be dedicated to the Regal Gypsy.
That's gonna be so good. People gonna love that. I'm gonna tell you right.
Yes, I can't
Get that.
wait.
Get that Google. I mean that. Yeah, Google V with EO3 thing to make it an animated thing.
There's actually anime websites, not anime, but
Animate.
AI websites where you can create a storyboard.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked it up and I can turn it into a webtoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do that. Do that. Do that.
And I've already been doing some research and I've already filled out like, those legal pads, the small ones. I
Yeah.
already got 3 of them things
Oh yeah.
already filled up.
That's gonna be so good, girl. That's gonna be good. Do
But
that.
it's gonna start from the dream and then go
Expect
from there.
well, cause the dreams was fire. So just even
Yeah.
just keep
And
talking.
then I'm gonna make a kids webtoon off of the dream with the 3 animals.
Oh yeah.
Like a kids comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And they go on adventures and
Wait, are you
stuff.
talking about the one where your other dream?
The other dream where Daniel's a stag.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured you were talking about. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's what I was figuring. No, Bino, absolutely not.
Wait, is Daniel the stag?
Bamoosh, Bamoosh.
Yes, Daniel's the stag, Dallas is the wolf, and Mila is the squirrel.
Bye bye now. No,
So,
yeah, that's gonna be good.
and they go on adventures.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
So, but I also hold on, let me grab one of my things. I also have yo. Okay. I found a whole bunch of indigenous tribes from all over the world. And so right now, there's a couple of them I already know. There's a few of them I already know, but I'm researching their what they're known for. If that makes sense. So, anywho, but I did want to I did want to figure out what I was going to do because I remember then telling me I needed subtitles, and I can't add subtitles to StreamYard. Like I don't know how to. Well, they don't even have the option. I can't even caption, which sucks ass. Um, but hey, it is what it is.
Hold on. Why is he I'm not logged in? Oh, I don't. I'm not logged in the StreamYard. Okay. Hmm.
But that's speaking of the caption. I would want to have to be able to add subtitles of what top 10 major languages to the webtoon
Mm-hmm.
so they could choose the language and it just goes in the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also too, they got the AI that would take all the audio and convert it too.
I didn't know that. I just didn't want to spend so much money on all these different like I want a one-stop shop AI.
I
That
need
makes
some recs from y'all. Rico, what's your email? I'm gonna have to hit you up. I need some recs recommendations.
I'm about to say you trying to get racks. I ain't got no money, honey.
No, I mean
I
like
need
rec
money.
like link recommendations for all these different tools.
Yeah, my email is regalgypsy@gmail.
I got you. Okay.
Very simple. .com.
.com.
But I so I was told
Why
that
does it?
I have to be controversial in order to build momentum
Hmm. That's
So
on
a
here.
shame.
because I can't monetize until I get 1,000 followers
Which
with
platform?
4,000 views minimum a month.
Which platform?
This one, YouTube,
I don't know which one we're on. That's why I'm asking.
YouTube. Right now we're on StreamYard,
You-
but we're
Well,
projecting
but
to
what
the
about?
YouTube.
Is there a way to monetize on Twitch?
On who?
Twitch.
Why are you
Twitch.
saying like that,
Yeah,
Twitch?
Twitch is subscription based. So they're both subscription based, but Twitch is a paid subscription. So if you're on Twitch and you want to subscribe for free, you have to have Amazon Prime.
Wait, what?
Yes. So if you want to subscribe to my channel on Twitch monetarily without having to spend money, you get one free subscription from Amazon Prime a month.
What?
So my thing is I was trying to go like a different way with this without having to be controversial, you know. But I guess I'm gonna have to. But it's what sucks is that you can't just have a conversation with people just to be having a conversation. Like you have to do something that triggers someone. This is why it's so funny when I would go live on TikTok and it'd be like, oh, this is rage bait. All of TikTok is rage bait. All of social media to get in engagement is rage bait or clickbait of some kind.
Yeah, clickbait. And yeah, definitely.
And it's easier to clickbait, rage bait, or rage bait a clickbait than it is anything else unless you're in like a specific, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Fortunately, you're right about that. I just don't
Yeah,
have the energy to be fighting with people all day. But I've seen it. People come out and they put the rage bait out, and in about 2 weeks, they're getting money guns for drops, and there's 300 people in the room, and
Yeah, like
but they start being on for hours. Like they go from being on a couple hours a day to like 13, 14 hours because it's hard to let go of it.
girl, I used to stream the longest stream I ever did was what, 40 something hours straight,
See, I can't do that.
falling asleep, getting up, falling asleep again.
Ooh, child.
because this was crazy about you talking about on the other side.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
pop side.
crazy is like you fall asleep. It's people in your live on your panel, and you fall asleep and wake up and they still up there. They didn't had
Right. They still up
the
there.
whole thing without you, and they were like, "Oh, welcome back." And it's like,
Yeah.
not y'all see, because on TikTok it'll time out, but on that other app, nah, it'll keep it going.
Yeah, it definitely will. My favorite time one was when you fell asleep, Regal, and you thought you was talking to us the whole time,
Oh yeah,
and you were like, "And y'all didn't hear me say that." We was like,
I
"Girl,
was,
not you."
I was high. I was high, and I had a whole conversation in my head, and like I literally, and I was waiting for y'all to respond, and I'm like, "Huh, y'all, hello."
Y'all don't hear me.
Like y'all didn't hear what I said. The
That's
thing,
adorable.
the thing that made me not realize that I was talking in my head is because the whole time I'm talking, y'all didn't say anything. So it definitely gave their listening.
That's another thing I can't wait to get off of Keytruda because I want to try like edibles and I can't be on anything.
Oh yeah, got about a month. But yeah, so okay, so a couple of things that I know that I wanted to talk about that I know is going to be controversial, but it's not like my intent is not to be controversial. The topic itself is controversial. And it is, and I mentioned it earlier, your sexual orientation or what you do in your bedroom is not a personality trait. Like,
Please
Girl,
say that again.
who you?
I'm so sick and tired of it. And I know that I've had this conversation with other people. If they want to bring up their contribution, they can, but I'm going to speak for myself because, cancel culture be trying to cancel because, bitch, you can't cancel me. It's a free motherfucking country. Anyway, and I'm going to give the disclosure first. As a member of the Legitimaquah, you guys are not inclusive. Otherwise, H would be included. And
Baby,
yes, I did that. I did say that in Pride Month. I did.
but I remember when you said that, and it's true. though. It's
Because
true.
why not be included? If you're inclusive, then everybody's included.
Wait. Never mind. Never mind.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah,
Like,
that is true, and I don't like that people lead with that thing as it's their personality, and then complain that people don't want to get to know them. Well, I got to get past your letter first. Hell, you flail that thing every day of the week.
right. And it's like, you know what? I love petunias because I'm bi. Like, no, it's not like what you do in your bedroom has nothing to do with why you like flowers or a particular flower. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that some people have said for sure.
That's wild
Like,
work.
Why are you laughing, Nikki?
they be like, "Oh my god,
Wait, because I was looking at these
he-
peonies and I'm like, wait a minute.
I love cosmos. I'm so gay.
I'm so
Right,
I'm so gay.
right. Like,
Just like Cosmo because you like vodka and sweet shit. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
like they want to, and then they want to attribute like corporations to be in Legitimaquah too. It was like, oh my god, that you're so Legitimaquah
I tell you
if
what,
you're
this
like
year
Starbies and Target.
I
Yeah, no,
do
that
not
is.
see people advertising their Pride merch this year as much as I did last. Disney had a whole thing. Come on, buy our Pride merch. I had to actually go looking for their Pride merch this year on their website. I didn't get an email, nothing. Same with Coach,
Yeah, because
K Spade. They don't announce nothing no more. You got to go looking
well,
for it.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was doing my research on this. So it's two things. It's part of it is like the DEI thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not forced because that was actually an organization where you had to meet certain percentages of inclusiveness in your business or you would be fined.
Okay.
Not having to participate in that, they won't be fined. Now the reason that a lot of companies decided to opt out of that is because they were actually losing money creating that merch. Like that stuff didn't sell out. People that
Gotcha.
it will tell you that shit don't sell out. It's not flying off the shelves because it's such a smaller part of the population, but you're wanting it to be in every location where it might not even be something that, you know what I mean? Like you want a big
Mm-hmm.
just for them to have the selection for them not to buy all of it. So that's why a lot of places are like, okay, good. I'm not forced to buy these things anymore. That would be a custom purchase if you did even want that. So I'm not
Yeah.
here. So
Because even the merch was like, that's all y'all did. Like
yeah.
last year was bombastic. They had this, I know Disney had a lounge fly that I wanted, but it sold out. And hats and jewelry. And honey, they had 3 t-shirts.
They're like, we would rather save the money.
Right.
And it's okay. I'm pro pride. What I'm not pro is alienation. So like if 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 you're gonna have pride and then someone says, well, you know what, I'm H. I'm proud to be an H. Well, this isn't for you. Yes, it is. Ain't this about orientations?
Wait,
Isn't it?
let me look at
Because what it gives off, and again, I can be critical of a movement and not be anti the movement. So I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
put that there. What it gives off is it gives off this idea that anything that's heteronormative is inherently bad.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like the demonization of it, and they don't understand that that is why there are people who say, "Oh, we're going to do a straight pride month." It's because of that. And then even the retort of being like,
Hetero.
"Oh, you have your hetero energy, and I have to look at you all year round," and it's like, yikes. Is that upsetting to you that you have to look at straight people? All
Right.
Right, because
you're
then
doing, you're
you know what it goes into. Now you have bigotry.
yeah, because you're giving the same energy that you
You're
claim
giving the same energy.
valid
Exactly.
acceptance in 2025. Because I cannot stand. I was having a conversation with my cousin. He's just so much discrimination. Ma'am, you would never be able to be ma'am a lot of these years ago. Okay, in 2025, you're able to be ma'am. I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down. Like you,
Right.
it's you're very much so accepted, especially even in the family. Because that's a whole nother thing.
Like I'm
We
like the whole bathroom thing wouldn't be an issue until y'all made an issue. I say all the time, I was like, trans women have been using the bathroom.
they are the
You
ones.
didn't know she was in the stall next to you, but they've always done that.
Yeah,
So it wasn't an issue until they made it one.
yeah. It's like you want to say that you're not having equality, and you took away your equality by
Right.
having it.
Right.
Yeah, because um there's plenty of them that are older than Nikki and Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
That what did they do? Not go to the bathroom in public? They held
Harriet
it.
Madison
How are you
talked about
knowing?
it for years. She go in the airport and go right to the ladies' room. I'm
There's
not looking for no Adam's apple as you walk by.
yeah, exactly.
If you're
I'm literally
taller than
looking a
average, I'd be like, oh,
heteronormative woman
okay,
in the face when I go
right.
to the bathroom.
I'm trying to pee, honey.
Like,
My bladder's on countdown mode. You got 35 seconds before I embarrass you.
now, now I okay. I do agree that when there is assaults in the restroom, that there should be a safe space for someone to feel
Yes,
safe. But
absolutely.
there have been co-ed bathrooms and family bathrooms since
Yes,
the 2000s,
yes.
They can use
early
those,
2000s at that.
and
And
most.
go ahead, Rick.
I was just saying, most places actually have those, so they can use those. Like,
Right. You can go to Disney and go into it. They have three bathrooms: male, female, family.
yeah,
Most
And now
people
the
have a
family bathroom is
bathroom.
like
Most
one
places.
stall at a time, and you might have to wait longer. But welcome to being a woman waiting for the bathroom at any given party,
Okay.
because there's more of us that got to pee than men do.
Thank
because
you.
I definitely used them family. I don't. Before I had Safari, I still was using that bad boy.
Girl, hell
Come home.
yeah.
Listen, I am a family. I got all these babies in my uterus and ovaries.
She said I got 100,000 of these babies,
I heard
but
that right.
you're right, and like I just I believe that utilizing orientation. Let's go back. I believe weaponizing, because that's the real word.
Hmm.
Orientation is trash because you want to weaponize it after the fact to try to get someone for hate.
Right.
When I shouldn't know what you do in your bedroom at all. So I
Right.
can't have a hate crime on you if
Hmm.
I didn't know what you do in your bedroom. And that is a difference between like blackness or BIPOCness
And
and
I
having an orientation.
they try to conflate it, and I cannot stand that shit for the life of me. But I agree with what you're saying because it's like I don't like having someone get an attitude with me and say, "Oh, either you're saying this because I'm this, or you the misgendering and all that stuff." And it's like, but you're talking to me how you're talking to me, and you also didn't ask. Like you didn't
Right.
my pronouns. You didn't ask me nothing. You asked nothing. You assumed some shit, but you're projecting that I assumed some shit. And even if I did, we're twins, Tia and Tamara. We did the same.
You know what's funny, and I'm gonna just yes and that. I'm a yes and it in this way. You're talking to me like that, knowing what you are, like that. You talking out your neck, knowing what you are, and you don't want me to respond because I'm supposed to know what you are. But
Yeah,
you know what you are before I knew what you are. So
exactly.
why
And
you felt free to talk like that?
Yeah, never introduced it into this conversation, but thought I was gonna assume that shit. And if I assume wrong, then you still gonna be mad. So how about you just lead with your humanity? In my Nikki voice, lead with your humanity. That's what I'm talking about. When she said that shit
Listen,
bar, I was like, "Woo!" Ah.
listen. Because honestly, I think if we're going to talk about humanity, what makes you a human? Heteronormative dynamics. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh my
No
god,
child
you
is going to come out of this world without a heteronormative dynamic. Your
Right.
orientation, what you do in your bedroom, has nothing to do with the necessity for a heteronormative dynamic for a child to be born. So you could clearly fuck all the way off.
I mean, even and I'm never mind. I'm not gonna say that because
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
a part of
say
the community.
to be fair, to be fair. Wait, you a part of the community, Nikki?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
straight,
oh,
but no, I'm
you
not.
could have been B. Well, to be fair, the double E Marge to be a part of um. Damn, what I was about to say? My long-winded ass. Hold up, I forgot. Damn.
Now, because the thing that again, I'm going back to the hate towards heteronormative people.
No, I get it.
The if you have hate towards heteronormative people, like Nikki Two Shot, not Nika, sorry, Nikki, Nina Two Shots did, when you have hate towards heteronormative people, so you hate the fact that you exist.
Speaking of that lady, do you know that lady attacked me in my DMs?
She
Stop
attacked
playing.
you.
Yeah, she came and was talking to me sideways and was going in, and she was like, something happened. I don't know what happened actually because I don't go to her lives and I don't follow her like that. But something happened in your space um, that I guess she had was out in the hallway listening to, and then we were having a conversation, and she was like, "It's just so funny that you guys." I would say something, and I would be attacked for saying something. Mind you, she wasn't attacked for none of her gender preferences. Like you are being antagonistic to straight people, ma'am, and nobody's even talking about anybody's gender or their preference. So anyway, she was just going in and she was just like, "What is your point of responding, bitch? What is your point of DMing me? Because I didn't.
Right.
Fuck, did you DM me?
To
Like
me,
what?"
that's the highest form of harassment.
Yeah. So she kept sending paragraphs and stuff, and she was like, "And you're still responding." So I just blocked her ass. I was like, "Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So
Type of weird
this was
ass shit."
so funny. She put that article and I posted it
That
and I
that
told her she wasn't a ally and I
mm,
never talked to her again.
so
And then
that
she sends me a DM and was like, "Oh, so you got all my pages banned?"
banned.
Yeah, like all of her accounts are gone.
Mm. She think you did that? She don't.
Yeah,
She don't think her rhetoric did that.
she thinks I did it.
No, her rhetoric did that shit because the post that she used to post with her
Yeah.
weird, like, girl, you were very weird and antagonistic to folks, and I just let it rock because I let people rock how they rock. I just won't go in your space. But yeah, when she sent me
Cuz
that
she was like,
in, and she was just like
"Host,
trying to be a
hetero heterosexuality is not the norm." And we are like, "Yes it is. It is not the standard." Yes, the fuck it is.
oh, I
That's
remember that.
literally how
So
people are
that
made.
might have been the one she was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Even in certain dynamics, there's a masculine presenting person and a feminine presenting person.
But no, but then Marge even mentioned about animals. She was like, it's true for humans and animals.
Yeah, because how are you going to oh, okay, last time I checked in biology, you need female gametes and male gametes, right? Like to make a zygote, right? Like isn't that what they say? Like anywho,
I think that's where they take the what's that thing too far. Some of those women take that parthenogenesis too far. Because it's like until that is a thing that we can do without any assistance.
Well,
You,
even if it was a thing, it's not one now, or there's not the whatever environment it was
that's
for that to ever be a thing. We're not in that now.
what
So
saying, like, if we can do that without any assistance, because it can be done now, but just assistance is needed. But it's like until we can do that without it, it's not a good
And we
argument.
haven't done that in like, well, there have been one account of a woman whose child is about to be 31 this year in the UK, which they kept their names private because, they do that with all their test subjects,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, we know that this happened. There's proof that it happened. So WT the fuck F. Hold on.
Yeah, but that does make sense. Yeah, that's in a case of extreme.
Right.
What I don't like about people who speak like how she spoke is that their feminism only goes as far as the things that they agree to, and the people
Right.
their rhetoric. Because the moment that you, because if you're a true feminist, even if I don't agree with you, you should still be able to support whatever it is that I want for myself as a woman.
Yes. And
But
even a feminist recognizes how patriarchy treats men and how the system treats the abusive part of it treats
yeah,
men too. That's
yeah.
part of it too. So
So it's like when they say they're
Girl, you already know how I feel about the P word.
I know I said the negative part. I put the
yeah,
caveat in
don't
there
like
real quick.
the feminists that act like that, and I don't like
Predatory predator the PP predatory patriarchy.
predatory feminism too.
Right? Because they are
That people
crazy.
talk
The
about that.
systems that they use in those things, absolutely.
Yeah, but predatory feminism is a very specific part of it.
Yes.
And I think that needs to be talked that needs to be talked
Well,
about.
there's the intersectionality there that's harmful, especially when it's coming from the palm colored people.
Well, I love the breakdown that I never knew because I hadn't been exposed to those women. I think you mentioned one of them several times. I can't remember their names, but anyway, about like the contributions of the black women to feminists, because I never that was never a subject that I wanted to know about because I just didn't like um, the palm color feminists. They kind of turned me off of the whole thing, and I was like, I'm not interested.
And I say it all the time. I'm a feminist in that I want black women to win, whatever that looks like. But
Hmm.
I don't use the word because it's like black men. Well, men built the world. Why are you rushing to take credit for something you had to be enslaved to do?
But I just really I always hate with a when they say stuff like that because
Hey, Sammy.
wait, how am I trying to say this?
Hey, Sammy.
Okay,
Like,
they're consistent in that logic. Never mind, they're consistent in the logic. Because I was about to say I hate when they say that because they don't apply that across the board where they're wanting credit for stuff that they personally didn't do, but they do that to us because they'll tell us like, oh, uh, the single mother stuff with the jail thing, even though that's
yeah.
like, but we didn't raise any of these dudes, but they're consistent because they don't care the timeline. They're conflating it all.
Well, feminism, I did not do anything that helped me in feminism at all. It did not help us. It helped the
It's,
non-melanated among us women.
I mean, because they was the ones that were like a lot of what they were outside of what happened during slavery. A lot of what they were, those arranged marriages and stuff like that, that didn't affect us culturally as much as it did
No.
them. So that's why they were trying to break free because it's like you the daughter of the duke and whatever you gonna be
Yeah.
marrying
A,
this.
a free woman with every cow.
Yeah, so we had a freedom that they wanted. Yeah, so it's interesting. So they made us join their plight. But this
Yeah.
is crazy. So so the palm ladies, I'm gonna just say the pomades. The pomades solicited our help, we helped them. But the palm he's never solicited the help of black men outside of the military. So then what is it
They
that
didn't need them. They were enslaving them, so they didn't need them.
no, but what I'm saying is after slavery, right? So then it's like is that why they have the allegiance for them to want to be they're trying to get them to want them for something? Like
Well, the thing is, they assisted them in servitude to build their wealth,
I know.
but they didn't get like we expected the white people to reach back and help us. They didn't do it for them, but they're still trying to take credit for the stuff they had to be enslaved to build. They didn't.
Yeah,
They didn't build anything once they were free.
Who you
White
talking
people,
about?
we're talking about black men and white men and how white people stole from, took our ideas and our labor and didn't pay it back. So that's why I don't go around calling myself a feminist all the time, because feminism didn't help me. We were already practicing feminism. We just didn't have the rights to go along with it.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I talk about a lot, is that feminism within the Black community doesn't actually exist. Because feminism in itself is a movement for rights of freedom in itself. Because feminism is born from the suffragette movement.
So what would you
So
call it then? Like, what would it be? Because I don't know. There was
we need
abuse,
to
but
we need
women still ran
I'm
their,
I'm I'm gonna say this, and I know this is gonna sound fucked up. Black women need to stop trying to have white women movements. That's what we need to do. Stop calling it a
right,
thing. It doesn't need to be called anything. We just need to exist.
right,
And that's my humble opinion. I'm not saying everybody needs to share my opinion and move how I move. I'm just saying, like, there's when we create a label, we create a box.
gotcha.
And, and if we create a label to create the box, guess what we've done? We've confined ourselves in a box. So where are we gonna get freedoms being confined in a box?
Right.
Right. What is this
I
child doing?
I guess
But
I think it's because of the system where we are going to need some kind of protection. I don't
we
see,
are.
and I have not the only one that has not the only woman that has said that we can't do it within the system. But I'm like, all right, but where are we going to go?
Well, I think okay. So there is
Can
and
do
I
it.
played it for my stream when it happened, but there is a clip from Trevor Noah's last day on the Tonight Show, or whatever show he was on, Daily Show, I can't remember. But he was hosting a show after Jon Stewart. Big ups to Jon Stewart. But and he, on his last day of the show, he had made a statement saying, in America, what people should do is they should listen to Black women holistically, because no matter where we are, we're always the one that gets the last and the least of everything. So we're the ones that know how to survive on the last and least of everything. Right? So I don't think, with all of the things that we've accomplished, Black women specifically, BIPOC women right behind us, I don't think that we need to absorb white women's movements and white women's talking points. And I don't mean that it is a negative towards them. I just don't believe that they should be, what's the word, obliged in their sense of entitlement for unity and camaraderie, because time and time and again, historically, they have never stayed in line with the mission. It was, how can I use BIPOC women's numbers for what we want as white women?
Right.
Not for what is good for the nation, not what's good for our children, not even when they call themselves feminists, not what's good for women, period. You want what's good for white women. And this is why I keep saying before, if you watch Handmaid's Tale, they don't want to be the handmaid. They want to be the warden's wife.
Right.
And for feminism to them is that.
Right.
Being the warden's wife and taking his power is their feminism. And that's not what you're about to do to all these other women, because when the going gets tough, right, you don't even have the tools necessary for survival, because you're still going to have to go to the BIPOC women for their survival tactics.
Right.
So,
Anyway, that's just me going on to go on. But at the end of the day, the fuck? Why are we talking? Think about it. Why are we talking about patriarchy in a negative light?
Right.
Patriarchal systems make up over 80% of the global population. Why are we talking about patriarchy in a negative context when it comes to first world countries? And do you know how many fucking first world countries there are? Hundreds. Okay. There's at least 100 first world countries. At least. And out of those first world countries, they're called first world because of a militarily political standpoint, just like why they were called second world country during World War II. It's a classification, right?
Yeah.
But why are we calling them that? Why are we talking about patriarchal systems? Oh, well, patriarchy hurts men too. No, the patriarchy doesn't hurt men. What some patriarchies use for their power and implementation on their citizens and people hurts men too, not patriarchy itself. Because patriarchy itself it's impossible to hurt a man in patriarchy.
Yeah, but that's easier to say than all of that other stuff. But I get what you're saying.
What do you mean?
It's
So I
easier
understand.
to say like the connotation is talking about. Like when you say racist, and white people say, well, I'm not racist. It's a given that I'm talking about the system.
Right.
I mean that's what I'm. But I do get what you're saying. My worry is, especially what you brought up with like the numbers changing. My worry is that the black women as a collective NRD get validation is going to get us caught up. I'm not talking about like men. I'm talking about the others that are going to realize what's going on and are going to glom on like you know.
Yeah, because it doesn't like okay. So you got the women that are like, oh, I'm a part of the 92%, blah 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 blah, but then they're using white women's talking points.
Yes.
And so to me, it's like, oh, so you're not part of the 92%.
Right.
Why would you use this? Why would you use the same talking points of the very women that didn't do what they were supposed to do come voting? They didn't vote the way you wanted them to. And then if you're a part of the 92% for some odd reason, right? How is it that you want people to vote the way you want them to vote?
Right.
Because everyone has the right to vote for who and how they want to vote. So why are you even claiming 92% in the first place?
Good point.
And then to top all of that shit off,
Mom, from afar, your car does not look like your car. Like you have no like license plate, and it just looks weird.
Indiana doesn't need front license plates, son. Anyway,
I just didn't like,
It's brown. It's a brown minivan. Anywho, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, but at the end of the day, right? We are claiming 92% that voted.
This thing is dead right there.
Oh, okay. We're claiming 92% that voted for a particular person, right? Would there have been systematic changes on a grand scale politically?
No. She was So nothing would have changed at that. We already knew that with Obama.
It's not. No, I'm talking. If you really think politically, right?
I mean,
let's say we got the House and the Senate and the president. What would have changed?
Yeah, nothing.
We probably would have scored a big win for reproductive rights, which would have been, amazing. Okay, cool. What else? Immigration rights, would that have changed? Would there have been money going to places that misappropriate the funds, misallocate, and misrepresent people? Would she have fixed gerrymandering? Would the Electoral College have been fixed?
No.
Right? This whole shit with the census being retrograded back to 2020 and changing people's race. So now you have to put that you're black in order to be counted in blackness. Because if you don't, they're going to automatically label you as white, which makes no sense to even have those governmental demographics if you're going to change it anyway, retrospectively, which is going to give money to certain zones that don't need it because they already had it and continue to underfund. Would that have changed? What would have changed?
It would have been
4 to 8 years
4 to 8 years of fighting.
either
Her trying to pass laws and get rebuffed, or them trying to pass laws and get rebuffed.
But right now we've had so much damage to and I think I think I'll go and get banned again on all my platforms in a minute. But I think I'm so serious. I think that we've had so much damage politically that we're, like I told Regal before, we're forced to revise. We're forced to do, because there were so many loopholes that allowed for this to happen.
Yes. And the years he wasn't there, nobody spent any time tightening that up.
Exactly.
That all of them would do it at any time. For any reason.
Exactly. But so many people want to, and this is not, listen, I'm not saying what he's doing is right or wrong. I'm saying that when you are a person that is, how can I put this? Okay, do you guys remember? Hold on, because I had told Rigo and them about this. I reminded you guys remember the squares on the job outlook where you're either a doer, creator, a thinker, a dreamer. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Okay. Creators find opportunities. Dreamers bring those opportunities into, not dreamers, doers bring those opportunities into fruition. Like they make it, they apply it. Right? You can have a dream and not have any ambition and not do anything with it, and you know what I'm saying? And it just, you live and die and don't do nothing. Or you could be a creator and do something, because a creator is doing something. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you're creating based on the opportunity, right? When you go and you're let's say you're in fashion, right? Or you're a quilt maker. Okay. What do you do with all the scraps? You save them. Why are you saving the scraps? Because it's an opportunity to make something else. It's an opportunity to do something else. Just, you don't discard, you create. And I feel like people who have a creative mindset, and Rigo, I'm not at home to let you back up. So give me about maybe 3 more minutes and I'll be pulling into the house. But there is a, Lord have mercy. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
That was strange because there was a right turning lane there. Anyhow, and again, I am gonna go on my tiki-taki for this political conversation, and I don't care if I get banned. I just want to have it at this point because I feel like there's just so much emotional output and not enough mental. And I don't want to say mental as it, because when you say mental, it can also connotate emotional. But
Well, it's not
Well,
enough
it's not enough
strategy.
strategy.
no, there's no critical thought process to solving to problem
Mike is
solving.
very
Mike is very
sensitive.
sensitive.
Sorry about
Sorry
that.
about that.
It's okay. You know what's very sensitive? People who cry about a thing but don't do anything about the thing they're crying about. That's what's very sensitive. Okay. If I don't like my kid's school and that's the only school that they can go to, guess what I got to do? Find a school that it has open enrollment, put them in an online school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't like the way something is, your job is to either invoke change or find the change that's already happening. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's somebody out there that already decided, you know what? I don't want to do XYZ. I want to do ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Join them. And I said all that to say this, going back to the feminist statement, right? Is that feminists as a whole, as a whole, they do the same thing as the red pill movement.
Mm-hmm.
They go after the emotionality of a person's mindset, and then they breed there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they put something up inflammatory and then they like wait
for
for
somebody
somebody
to
to
fall
fall
into
into their web.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
nothing's
nothing's
getting
getting done.
done. And I go up on the
And I
panel
go
like,
up on the panel like,
hey,
hey, we need to look out for this. The clip is coming.
We should
We should
start building
start building a bridge.
And like, no,
They're like, no, 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 get out of here. We need more men to fight with.
And I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm gonna be the
I'm
change.
gonna be the change I want to see.
Yeah, listen, because again, real feminism would involve everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, for example, Pride Month, it would involve everyone's orientation should be paraded, should be celebrated. Okay, what if I wanted to go? What if I'm in a heteronormative relationship and I wanted to go to a pride parade and show off my heteronormative normalcy? Do I have to, Daniel, make sure you bring those up to the garage as soon as you get out the car, please. What if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to have to, well, you can't do that unless you're like non-binary. You know,
That's
like
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
girl. Because I'm gonna be in the house in just a second. Hold on. Oh shit. Sorry. Somebody burning something. Oh, they must be burning them logs that was in the backyard. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. It is connecting to my Wi-Fi, so it's gonna get choppy. Ugh. What are you doing?
If I make
Tuna with this
Tuna with this avocado and put lemon juice on it.
Well, I keep it from turning brown.
Well, I keep it from turning brown.
What is this? Maybe I can have it today. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna have this right now. This looks so good. I don't have celery. I don't have onion. I don't have lemon. I do have a lemon. No, I don't. I don't have fresh cilantro or parsley. That's all right. We're gonna do this anyway. I don't have to put celery in it. What about cucumber? That's good. Cucumber, tomato, and then I'll put it on some bread with just a little smear of mayo, fresh salt, and fresh cracked black pepper, and on toasted whole wheat bread. That sounds absolutely fucking amazing. I'm going to have that right now for lunch. Yes, sir. I want to email them. Turn on RCAs. There you go. Oh, Jimmy Crickets. Hey. One. I need those little bubbles. Changes. Kia. Boop. There you go. I just want to say, oh my. Are you going on TikTok? Are you yet? Oh. Am I in here by myself? Hello.
Girl, this whole time I was talking,
Oh.
I was saying, Regal, if you still in the chat, I'm sorry. I could not see the comments. I'm over here talking to y'all, and it was
I ain't hear a thing. I'm going to make me some avocado tuna.
You gotta eat that fast.
I was asking if I put some lemon juice on the rest of it, would it still turn brown?
And I was saying on mute that the lemon juice will actually make it brown faster.
What about lime juice?
Any acid.
Oh, shit. I'm not going to be able to eat it all at once. I was hoping I could save some for later. Today, but later.
It's oxidized. Once you oxidize avocado, it's. Oh, you don't know how to get back in? Hit the link.
I think I'm gonna take off tomorrow. I need a mental health day.
Yes, I do. You can come get it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to make some lunch real quick.
But first, I need you to get that white basket from upstairs and get the towels out of the dryer.
Like,
Where are they?
in the bucket.
What bucket?
In a bucket in the
Why isn't it in here? Because dirty clothes go in the laundry room, not clean ones. Go get it. And you still have your shoes on. Absolutely not, bro. The hell? Anywho. I'm trying to.
I'll be right back.
What bucket are you bringing? No, don't sit that there.
These are where the clean towels are.
No, I want them so I can fold them and put them where they go. Put them right here. Where's the laundry? I should go upstairs, please. These are all the towels? Are my clothes in the dryer? Why? Oh, God. I got you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I had left because my sound wasn't working, and then I tried to come back and the link wasn't working.
One more thing, Daniel. What is that you have?
My phone,
What's in your hand?
a guitar,
What's in your other hand?
a cube.
That's
More paper.
come back. Come back. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Okay, so oh, it's a video. I don't want it. I like it, but I don't want it as a video. Is this a video? Please don't tell me this is a video. One second, y'all. Okay.
You know. Yeah.
What you doing, Regal?
That's not me. That's I'm painting my house. That's my neighbor.
Oh, you sound far away.
I said that's my neighbor. Somebody's doing repair on their house. I'm over here painting.
Oh, okay. Uh, Okay. So so should I put like red pill or like manosphere? I think I should put like manosphere. Okay. Uh what's another one? Ah,
Are you putting like multiple prompts on? I mean, multiple things on there?
yes.
I think your live gonna be popping.
My what?
Your live, you going live on TikTok, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna dual stream.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be popping over there because actually you'll be triple streaming.
Well, you're right, because I'll be um
But I think it's gonna
how would the
be content over there.
US be different under
The
let
content over there
me
be trash for like a month.
geez Louise, come on. Here we go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna end this stream. You guys are still gonna be here, but hold on.